For us who live here, what are some things that you'd recommend that we do to make downtown as safe as can be? And kind of as part of the National Night Out, there may have been some directives that you had some handouts that you mentioned that I saw people that you, or just some fun giveaways.
Yeah, they're more like fun giveaways. For downtown, we have more livability issues than we do necessarily like major crimes. So what we want to try and do is have people be aware, call in when they see suspicious activity, call in when they see things that are taking place that they don't really want to be going on that might be criminal in nature. Trespassing issues, kind of like intoxication in public, things of that nature that kind of create an environment that will deter people from coming down here. Like I said, we don't really have assaults and not any major thefts, so we're looking just to make downtown inviting by partnering with the community and partnering with people. So just being watchful for your neighbors, watchful of businesses. If you're seeing things suspicious during the night, give us a call. If you're seeing suspicious things during the day, give a call. Get to know your neighbors, get to know the businesses, understand their hours of operation, when people might be in and out or doing what they do, so that things seem normal, and then if it's out of place, you can give us a call. The downtown officers, I got Officer DeMarco, Officer Owings, Officer Ramirez, Officer Smith, and we work Monday through Friday from noon to 10 at night. And so we're around, we're on bikes, we're running around all during that time. So if you get a call to the police during that time, we're going to be the ones that usually show up.
Question.
Yeah.
You don't want us to call 911 under those circumstances, right?
No, 911 is going to be for emergencies only. Real emergencies.
So where do we call?
We have right here, we have actually handouts that have our non-emergency number, which is 588-6123. You may, depending on the call load, depending on the time of day, may have to wait a little bit to get your call in, but eventually it will come in to the dispatch center, and then the dispatch center relays it to us via radio, and if it's in downtown while we're working, we're probably going to show up to that. So that's kind of how that goes. So if it's something that's just suspicious as opposed to an obvious emergency, if you look at that and go, that's really bad, we need someone here right now, that's 911. If it's something you kind of go, not quite sure about, I'd like the police officer to kind of investigate, then the non-emergency number is going to be the best.
That's
588-6123.
And categorically, how is our downtown district comparative year over year in safety?
Along with the entire city, downtown's crime stats have been going down in general. We're a little unique because you have 4 officers dedicated to downtown, and we do quite a bit of proactive work. So statistics tend to stay a little bit higher for us because you have 4 to 5 officers that are constantly on the lookout for things, as opposed to officers that are covering 5 to 10 square miles in a car and mostly responding to calls. So here you're going to have us out looking for stuff, so we're going to generate a lot of our own calls as well. But we also have the influx on Fridays and Saturday nights. We have major events that take place, so we get large explosions of population during different times that can create extra calls for us. So like I said, in general it's going down, but it stays pretty steady for us. But once again, it's more livability crimes than it is going to be major that we need to be seriously worried about.
Yeah.
So it's a great place. I love working down here. Everybody's fun. Candy's been very accepting of us. It's a great time.
And just citywide, our officers work in very tight quarters up at City Hall, and you're going to be seeing some upcoming information about dealing with these needs of capacity. Really, if you go on a tour, I know our city councilors have toured the facility, and they have way more people in that facility than should be there. So just stay tuned. But we have some ways to support these people who serve us coming up in the future for their facility needs.
Substation in the first floor of the Rivers.
Yeah, substation. Great access.
Yeah, we'll take that. Sounds good.
Point.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Do the officers have any position on a central location as opposed to substations throughout the county?
I'll repeat the question so you can hear. The question is, how do the officers feel about having a central location near City Hall, or having like micro substations but spread out around the whole regional area? And this has been dialogued a lot, I know, in our community. Is the chief giving you a canned answer to this touchy topic?
Yes, at this point with our current size, a central location is going to be best. I worked for a time down in Sacramento, and that was a 99 square mile city with 600 officers. So having a centralized precinct wasn't going to work. We had individual substations that were. For a city our size, keeping everyone in close communication is going to be the best thing for us at this point in time. Later growth may turn into having a station somewhere north or south, maybe even further east or west, but substations would be something probably further down the line. Our main concern right now is to bring back our crime lab that's currently out in Kaiser at the water treatment facility, to get them back in-house. So right now, when we get evidence that needs to be processed, they have to drive all the way in from Kaiser, pick it all up, drive it back out, analyze it, and bring us back the results. So technically we already kind of have some substations, and it's not as efficient as it could be. We can spend more time out on the street if we're in a centralized location at this point.
Sounds like a candy.
Yeah, canned answer, but it's a big topic, and we need to work on it going forward. It's not easy, and it's a tough job, but just stay tuned as a community. I know there's more coming. The other thing too, there was a meeting today at 5 o'clock with this Starbucks with the officers on specific issues, and so that's kind of another example that you're open, whether it's your building or a section of town, that if there's a way to work together, it sounds like that you're open to all go and pre-plan. Is that kind of something we want to do more of?
Yeah, we'd like to see that. Currently, the way our team's set up is like Officer DeMarco is our business liaison officer, and so if businesses have specific issues, he's going to be their go-to officer so that they don't get canned responses when they call me and I go, well, I don't know, let me find out for you. Instead, I can say, let me direct you to Officer DeMarco. He will be for them. And can work through those issues and bring in what resources need to be done. Officer Owings works with the transit district, and then Officer Smith is with Parks, and Officer Ramirez works with our transients and at-risk youth. So we've kind of specialized to where we can address certain issues, and you'll get a personalized police service from the downtown team. And with that, we were looking for partnerships throughout. We want to work with the groups and bring anybody in because we want to solve problems, not just kind of let them fester and put band-aids on things. We see long-term solutions.
All right, do we have any other questions? I don't, at the end of this interview, if you need to go, I want to do a group photo, so don't forget.
No problem.
But I'd just also love to interview some of our people here who are here tonight, just to dialogue and do some Q&A just about who our neighbors here are in the downtown district. So do we have any other questions for our great officers who've come here tonight?
No. Thanks for having us.
All right, and please extend back to our Chief Moore. Thank you from our community for sending you out tonight. He has a lot on his plate, and from this little central district, please express to him how grateful we are for sending you out. So let's all give our officers a hand for coming out tonight. Thank you, Faith. Come out here real quick, Faith. Come here real quick. She's Cinderella in the back sweeping. This is Faith, our downtown Court and Liberty Starbucks manager. Faith, what do you want to say to these great people here tonight?
Oh gosh, speaking of microphone, welcome. Thank you for coming out. I can tell you that my particular location, as well as the location here in the corner, are so appreciative of all the residents and the employees downtown that are kind of on the same page, trying to work for a safer Salem. I know that my husband and all of our employee families appreciate it as well, so thank you for coming out and supporting this. I also really appreciate all the police officers that have been supportive of us. This last year I've been trying to be more aggressive about supporting them and finding ways that they can support us and getting on the same page, and I appreciate all the ways that they've gone above and beyond to help us. I just can't say enough, especially for Officer DeMarco over here who's gone out of his way. I really appreciate him. He's going to be very missed next year. So.
Yeah, there's like a 2-year cycle that these officers serve correctly in the downtown district, so they'll be rotating through, but wherever you are in the rotation. But anyway, thank you, Faith, and Starbucks stayed open an hour later just to accommodate us here tonight. So I had questions about why this wasn't in a mom and pop store, but this is such a central corner to our community. I wanted the visibility, and I know all of us over that counter get coffee. So it's a big staple. Could I have Corona come up real quick from Tolteca? Come on up. Want to introduce you all to the new restaurant owner here, right above here across the street. And for audiences here tonight, welcome to downtown Salem.
Thank you.
We're glad you're here. How's your first few weeks been?
It's been going good, and thanks for welcoming us. And we hope to see you guys up there. Food's really good.
All right, everyone raise your hand. This is the sign that you will eat there in the next month. Okay? It smells delicious. We went up there and invited. We wanted to linger. Where did you get your recipes? Why do you love cooking?
I don't cook.
Oh, okay.
That's the cook right
There's the
there.
answer.
Yeah. We have some uncles with the restaurant down in California.
Okay.
It's another Tolteca. So we have some of their recipes and some of our own.
All right. Well, thank you very much for
thank
supporting
you.
us tonight. And welcome to downtown Salem.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
All right. Helen, can you come up here? You're a downtown district member. This is Helen. She's the manager of the Salem Arts Building, and she has a big announcement tomorrow night. We're all excited what she's bringing to downtown Salem. Very cool, very chic, and very modern. Tell our audiences what's happening.
Are you going to hold that or do I hold that?
You hold it.
Okay.
Crystal Gallup. Okay.
Take it, Helen. Take it.
So no, we've got new development going on in the second floor of our building, the Salem Arts Building. 8,000 square feet over the last 10 months has been converted into 23 art studios. So they will be there. Almost all of them are rented. 2 of them are left out of the 23. Most of them have more than one artist moving into the space. They're creative use spaces for entrepreneurs and artists. So we're looking at most of our tenants in those spaces are graphic designers, photographers, web designers, ceramic artists, any type of creative use business person. And what we're doing is there's going to be about 40 people over the course of the next week moving into those spaces on the block next to us that we're standing at, and that's really exciting. We've got this collaboration with the Salem Arts Association, Artists in Action, trying to bring more arts to our community, developing economic development. Anyway, so it's exciting. Tomorrow is our grand opening. So anybody that's interested in seeing the space before artists move in, you're welcome to come by tomorrow. We've got Lemon Art Center will be there throwing pots for Craftworks down the street, which is the new tap house that's opening up. They've already had a soft opening Thursdays through Saturdays, and they're making their ceramic ware tomorrow night at our space. So
Will there be a balloon on the sidewalk or somewhere?
yeah, we'll have a balloon on the sidewalk to get into.
And it's in the next block?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Salem Arts Building is 155. It's the same building that Subway is in. Subway and Frozation.
Subway and
are acre
Frozation,
stores.
there's a set of doors that go between.
So absolutely. So second floor, and we have bigger plans that we're going to be announcing tomorrow at the opening about the rest of the building and what we're planning on doing over the next 6 months to bring even more people into downtown that are specifically arts-based business people. So anyway.
Thank you, Helen. And thanks for bringing what you bring to downtown Salem. We love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Christy Woods, can you come up here, downtown business owner? This is my dear friend, Christy Woods. She runs Runaway Art Studio, just kitty corner to this block. And it's a place you can lose yourself. And for our citizens here, Christy, if they haven't been into Runaway Art, what is it?
It's a paper crafting store. We feature things for scrapbooking, card making, mixed media, little doodads of this and that. We like to make altered books. We have a little bit of art supplies, but mostly it's a craft store. It's kind of a place where you can hang out. We have some studio time, and I am really excited. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to get away long enough to come visit. That is fantastic.
It is.
Yeah.
But also to you business owners, I know we all have like those daily specials that we write. They stock many of these creative markers, co-markers. So just think of our downtown business first. When you have a choice to stock your store for anything you need, think of downtown Salem first. So you wear lots of hats. Yes, spend a couple hours there, but if you need anything in the art or pen industry, you hold a lot.
Inks, stamps, inks. In fact, we have a couple people who come in. There's a coffee shop that comes in and gets their stamp pads and their inkers and things like that. So it's little stuff like that too.
Well, thank you very much for making it out, Christy. And like I say, she's on the kitty corner over here where you can visit her. So we also want to wrap up here. Don't want to keep you a long time. This hummus plate was donated by Amadeus just down the street. Family-run business and wonderful bartender, my friend down there, James. And then, so let's just wrap it up. We'll just do a group photo if that's okay. I don't want to end real quick. Mr. Hoffman, can you come up here real quick? A board member of Can Do. And from our community as a neighborhood association, what's it feel like to be here and see this here tonight?
Well, this is a great turnout. We We did this last year on the top of the parking lot over here, and there was about 4 or 5 of us. So thank you all for coming out. This is great.
Thank you very much for all your time. You and your wife volunteer as well for our downtown district, so thank you very much. So we'll line up for a group photo if we could just kind of move over to here.